Right, we're live, and hello everybody. Back to our little summer foray into the behind closed doors games. I mean, I'm not sure how many were made, maybe 9 of them in total, I think, which I'm sure we're not going to play through all of them, but just to fill in time while people are away on holiday and things over the summer. I think this will probably be, there won't be one next week, there might be one the week after. We're certainly away next week. And so, yeah, we're doing what we thought would be like short games that we could complete in one session, or maybe 2. Last week, we completed the first of the Behind Closed Doors games in about half an hour and started playing the second, which is called Behind Closed Doors, the sequel, as you can see on screen. And we messed around with it for quite a while and got stuck, if I remember right. So I think I'm just going to play it from the beginning again and just really read all the descriptions and just see if there's anything that we haven't looked at or haven't, done anything with so far.
Because I think you managed to score 2 points out of 104.
Yeah, something like that. It's not a good showing. Let's see. Or maybe we should start right at the beginning. Like, is there a clue hidden in the very first statement? As Balrog shambled along the path toward the sanctuary of the small wooden hut at the bottom of the garden, he cast his mind back to last night's annual dinner dance and of the sumptuous feast laid on by his hosts Zenobi Software. There had been vast quantities of ale, huge mountains of devilled orc's eyes, and simply loads of pickled dragon's wings. Now, we do have a pickled orc's eye in our inventory, don't we?
Yeah, like a furry one in our pocket.
Exactly. It's got all furry. I do wonder if we're supposed to use it to see something, like, like obviously there's magical stuff going on. It just strikes me as maybe we need to use it to look in something or under something. Balrog's stomach emitted a very ominous gurgling noise. So just before this disappears off our screen, path, garden, feast, hut, devilled orc's eyes, pickled dragon wings. Quickening his pace, Balrog soon reached the small wooden hut, and taking hold of the knob, he gave it a sharp twist, but nothing happened. The door remained shut. Balrog quickly twisted the knob in the opposite direction, but some evil little sods had locked the door and hidden the key. The gurgling grew louder. Balrog stood at the bottom of the garden next to the small wooden hut. A flagged footpath cut across the garden from the door of the hut to the rear of the cottage. On one side stood a thick thorn hedge, whilst on the other was a low stone wall. We did find a screwdriver last week, didn't we, somehow? So let's just examine path. Comprised of 3-inch thick York slabs, it stretched between the cottage and the door of the hut. Lying to one side of it was a small bent screwdriver. Okay. We've got a small screwdriver, a round ball, some matches, a copy of the Goblin Gazette, and a pencil.
Could we try lifting one of the slabs up?
Yeah. Exam ball. It looked vaguely like an old devil's orc's eye, though it would be hard to tell until all the fluff was removed. It does sound like we do need to remove the fluff. Let's just try that. Bored with the game already, are we? Remove the fluff indeed. Okay.
Fluff reminds me of Hitchhiker's Guide.
It's a bit triggering, isn't it? Pocket fluff.
Yeah. Yes. I mean, we're going to find loads of reference to Hitchhiker's Guide, I think, in British text adventures of this era. Okay. Lift flag. Taking a firm hold, Balrog began to lift, but the tight sensation in his groin soon put a stop to all that. Okay. We're touching cloth too much to lift the flag. Exam knob. Ornately carved in the shape of an orc's head, it was fixed just above the keyhole. Now in keyhole, it looks as though it had been carved by somebody with a very blunt penknife. Exam pencil. Bright green in colour, it was a standard 21B with an eraser on one end.
So that's extremely soft, isn't it? That's a very soft pencil.
Yeah. Like one that you have to, you've got to rub over a page. Oh, someone's just waved hello. Peps 1975, hello and welcome. And by all means, chip in with any suggestions, as long as you don't already know the answer. Yeah, the pencil looks like it's soft, like one of those ones that you scribble over a pad that's had something written on a sheet above it to read what was written, right? If we had a notebook or something. Exam door. Solidly built from pine wood, it had a knob on the left and two very large hinges on the right. Pinned to the middle of it was a small note. Exam note. There's a red arrow. Exam arrow. We can then look up. Length of string tied from the roof of the hut to the drain pipe that ran up the rear wall of the cottage. Exam roof. No. Exam string. A small key hung suspended from the middle of the string. Exam drain. Constructed from cast iron, it was fixed to the wall by means of strong steel bolts and hoops and looked perfectly capable of bearing Balrog's weight. We never looked at bolts. No. Hoops. No. And if we tried to climb the drain, Balrog quickly shinned up the drain pipe only to find out it had been deliberately daubed with grease. He soon slid back down again. Oh, good. Never played it. All right, we're all in the same boat then. Okay.
And do a score, see if you actually, there's anything we've done so far.
Now we've got the frog. Purple shades, thigh-length, high-heeled boots, t-shirt with writing on it. And if we read the shirt, it says, "Kiss me." I don't know if there's anything else to do with the frog other than kiss it. I don't think we get any points for it, though. It's just funny.
You can't even pick it up, can you?
No, I don't think I can. Get frog, maybe later. Kiss frog. We get this. When the smoke cleared, Balrog was surprised to see that the frog was still a frog. It said, "Works every time. They think they will turn me into a prince or something. And all I want is to put my tongue in someone's mouth. Who's the bigger fool, me or them?" A small bee buzzed merrily past. Exam B.
Just to let Peps 1975 know that we did all this last week and we're just going through it again, which is why we're being a bit flippant at just racing through it.
Yes, I haven't been reading every single thing because we've done all of this. So when we look at the note, it was held in place by a large dagger that had been thrust into the parchment. And if we pull the dagger, taking a firm grip and planting both feet against the bottom of the door, Balrog tugged at the dagger. After a few seconds, it came free and Balrog landed on the ground with a thump. The frog's still here. The piece of parchment is still here. And we've got a dagger. Tempted to just stab the frog with a dagger.
You can always save before you do that.
I could, couldn't I? Saving's a thing.
Swandy's was just wanting to know. I knew he tried it, but she hasn't seen it. The unscrewing the door with the screwdriver.
Ah, yes, good point. Kill frog. Well, let's stab frog with dagger. No. Kill frog. Just how does Balrog do that? The small frog hopped away. Okay. I don't
Leave
think.
it be.
Leave it be. Yes, exam hinges. That's the other thing. Solid brass hinges about 4 inches long and held in place with some long brass screws. So if you say unscrew hinges, the small screwdriver just kept slipping out of the slot in the top of the screws. Balrog would need to use a bigger one. So the screwdriver's too small. And actually, if we look at the screwdriver, it's one of those ones that lights up. One of those small ones that light up when you stick them in a plug socket. Something scuttled out from under the hedge, ran across the garden and leapt over the wall. If we look under hedge, it says, Balrog tried, but it was too dark to see a great deal. Crawl under hedge. Maybe later.
So you think the screwdriver lights up?
It says it lights up.
I thought that was a joke last week, though. Like, a lot of things would light up if you stuck them in a plug socket.
No, there is genuinely a type of electrician screwdriver with a bulb in it that lights up when you stick it in a socket.
Can we use it to look under the hedge then?
Well, is there a socket anywhere?
Yeah, you'd have to plug it into some electricity.
Oh, I see. Okay.
It's basically you put it on a wire or a contact to see if it's live or not.
Okay.
You know, it's like an insulated screwdriver. I mean, if you look at the wall, built from stones hewn from the nearby quarry, it separated the Balrog's garden from that of the troll who lived next door. I don't think we can see the troll. No. Exam hut. Oop.
Yeah, that's right. And then the troll turns up if we try to get on the wall.
Yes, Balrog could wait no longer. So selecting a shady spot, he began to lower his pants and adopt the necessary stance. You dirty little bleeder, spat the troll, who had just stuck his head over the wall. Stop that immediately and cover your bum. It's not fit to be seen. Balrog quickly rearranged his clothing and stood there blushing. Cut string with dagger. Balrog cannot reach up high enough to cut the string. We could try unscrewing the drain. Just kept slipping off the slot in the top of the screws. Same deal with that. Exam cottage. Exam cottage wall. No, just the wall.
I'd use the dagger as a screwdriver.
Lift flag with dagger. No. Oh, life. Lift flag with dagger. No. Move flag.
I think when we tried to do something near the hedge came alive, didn't it? But
it did, yes.
We could cut some of the hedge because we could use some.
We did try this last time. We tried cutting the thorns or something, but the hedge just took the dagger off us, I think, and chucked it or something. Clean ball. Maybe later, maybe not. Exam garden.
Can we cut the ball?
Huh. Nearby, some fine red rhubarb grew proud and strong, its leaves overhanging the flagged footpath. I've never looked at the rhubarb.
Oh yeah, we can cut the rhubarb now. Or pull it.
This was a magnificent example of the rhubarb species. I mean, this plant was big. For those who know, the stalks on this plant would have put John Holmes to shame. That's a 1970s porn reference for those that don't get it.
Oh Lord, okay.
He was
Yeah.
he famously had the largest pole.
Did he have quite large rhubarb?
He did. Yeah, cut rhubarb. With the dagger glistening in the morning sun, Balrog advanced upon the rhubarb. Suddenly there was a loud scream, and the rhubarb uprooted itself and dashed off down the garden, screaming, "Keep away from me with that dagger! The next thing you know, you'll be boiling me in water and covering me in great dollops of custard."
We need to have
Okay, there's a length of broom handle now. The rhubarb must have been covering a broom handle. It looked to be all that was left of the wizened little elf that swept the garden. Maybe the rhubarb plant had eaten him.
Can we reach anything with the handle? Just start using the handle on everything, Chris.
I'm not sure if use is a good thing. Use broom.
No. I know. I just use as a generic.
Okay, what would you like me to do exactly?
Can we use the broom to catch the key? Oh no, is the key stuck
I don't.
to something?
Maybe maybe it is long enough to
But
get the string. Or
what verb would you like me to use?
Hit key with broom.
Knock key with broom. Hit key with broom. Push key with broom. Lowering his shoulder,
string.
Balrog exerted considerable pressure, but it simply refused to budge. Oh, maybe we can. That's interesting, because I wonder if. I mean, it doesn't seem sensible that we're trying to that's the right description for pushing the key. Lift flag with broom. No, lift flag just gets that, doesn't it? What else is
Do we
there?
have any way of tying the dagger to the broom?
Not really. Let's look at the read Gaz. In the hope that it might take his mind off this problem, Balrog opened the Goblin Gazette and began to scan through the pages. Page 3. Balrog strikes again. Well-known adventure solver, the infamous Rochdale Balrog, said last night that he had recently completed Quest for the Golden Egg Cup in under 27 minutes. He then went on to say that he had only taken that long because his keyboard was playing him up, and he had to type very slowly. Balrog flicked over another page. Akim Drareg to run for president. A spokesman for You're Unfair today denied that Akim Drareg, bon vivant and suspender expert, was joining the race for the presidency of the United States. She said Akim has more important things to do, like emptying my wastebasket and fetching the tea.
That's Mike Gerard backwards, isn't it?
Yeah, Mike Gerard, yeah.
Oh, right. Have we read these before? Or is that a new one? This was in the last...
Yeah, I don't
game,
think we
wasn't it?
have read these ones.
Unfair substitute. The Warzone Committee were today investigating the reports of an unfair substitution by the Orcs during a recent battle, Seemingly, they brought on a blue dragon in the second half, which then ate all of the other team. The Orcs eventually lost 1-0 to an own goal, scored by their new signing, Matt Retlock. Matt Coulter? In jokes. Fed up with such drivel, he closed the pages of the GG. Look at this parchment and see if there's anything else written on it. It was a roughly torn piece of parchment upon which somebody had drawn a large red arrow. Scribble on parchment. Write on parchment. No.
So that thing that you were saying about using a really soft pencil, that's normally called brass rubbing.
Oh yeah, rub pencil on parchment. No. Broom handle's got to be useful for something. It's just a broom handle as well. There's no broom on the end by the looks of it. Hit bush with broom. No. Oh.
Can you sharpen the end of the handle?
Something else shot out from under the hedge, then ran across the garden and dived over the wall. What's going on? What's running out from under the hedge? Lift hedge with broom. No. Let's get the same problem.
Did we ever manage to light the match to create light to look under the hedge?
If we light the match, it just immediately burns out.
So
we can't light it and then... I mean, we can light...
Oh, we were burning things, weren't we? Was it burn...
Burn things, yeah.
Burn,
we could,
yeah.
I mean...
I think we were just trying to set fire to everything, weren't we? And we set fire to the hut, didn't we?
We did, yeah. We burnt the hut down. That wasn't great. You could sharpen broom with dagger. I mean, burn parchment. We can do that, yeah. I imagine it's just going to... Oh, even that. Maybe later. I mean, do we actually have it? We don't... It was just there. Okay, let's get it. Then burn parchment. No.
It was burn, wasn't it? That was the verb we were using.
Yes. Yeah, burn. Burn's good.
did we try throwing the ball over the wall? I think we did, didn't we?
As soon as we say throw ball, we chuck it over the hedge.
I'm not entirely sure that any more than the first two words are doing anything anyway.
We're not doing anything at all, no.
Yeah.
Have you tried getting the grease?
Nope, that doesn't work.
Yeah, because that seems to be the obvious thing, is we need to remove the grease, then we can climb the drain pipe, then we can get to the string, cut the string, then get the key.
Oh.
Can we cut the paper? Or the parchment? Or the pencil?
Or do you want me to cut parchment? No.
Well, we're just
yeah. We've got I mean, we've got a broom handle. Vault drain. Put broom under flag. No. We've also got this wall that's made of stones. If we get a stone... Balrog would if he could, but the stones were cemented solidly in place. Cut. Cement. I mean, hit stone with broom. Sharpen broom feels like it should work, doesn't it? Or sharpen would be the right word for it.
Or as we said, yeah, if there's a way to attach the dagger to the end of the broom so that we can use it to cut down the string.
Yeah, yeah. Let's look at this sign a sec. Abandon all hope, ye you enter. Just beneath it was scrawled one simple sentence. On a winter's morn, if you don't want to frown, warm the seat before you sit down. I wonder if we can unscrew...
The door's got nails in it as well. I wonder if we can prise the nails out.
Yeah. Exam nails. No, get nails. Prise nails with dagger. You can't look at them. Oops. I could try the same with the hinges. Prise hinges with dagger. No. Cut hinges. Lift hinges. Ooh. I think if I say unscrew hinges with dagger, it's going to assume that I'm using the screwdriver.
How about lever? Is that a verb that it recognizes?
Lever, flag. No. Put broom in keyhole. No.
What are we wearing? Did we look at what we were wearing?
We only know we're wearing pants.
We can't remove the pants and use our pants to remove the grease.
Hmm.
Can you do exam Balrog
No.
to see what we've got on?
No, it would be in our inventory if it was useful,
Okay.
I think. I mean, clean grease with parchment. Oh.
Did you try cutting the ball yet?
No, actually. No. Crikey, guys. Tricky.
Bestimmt.
Attach dagger to broom. Cut
Need something to tie it on, don't we?
string with broom. Suddenly, Balrog's face started to turn purple, and he clutched at his stomach. But it was too late to do anything now, and with an almighty bang, he exploded. Score 12 out of 104.
Right.
Oh my God. Absolute shit show, people.
Literally.
Yeah. Jeez. This is tricky.
Yeah, but it does also feel like it's a parser issue.
Do you think? Do you think we're really close to the solution? We just haven't hit on the right word yet. I mean, I'm probably just gonna jump back to where we killed the frog, and I think the only thing we did was the rhubarb thing.
Was it that gave us the 10 points?
Oh yeah, that's true actually. Let's just skip back here. So at this point we had 7. Cut.
Okay.
Rhubarb.
So I wonder what we got the other 5 for.
Getting the dagger, perhaps?
Yeah, probably.
Finding the broom handle?
No, that's what we just did.
Oh, sorry.
That's what gave us this
That's what
5.
gave us this 5.
Right.
I'm pretty sure when we were burning things, it was letting us burn all sorts of things, and it's almost like it doesn't even, the verb doesn't even work anymore.
Well, it does. We can say burn hedge. As Balrog approached the hedge with a lighted match, a branch shot out and grabbed him by the nuts, and a voice snarled, "If you value these, you'll blow out the match." The only other sound to be heard was a gentle "pff," as Balrog did as was requested.
It does feel like we need to find something to tie the dagger to the broom handle, doesn't it? That's the most obvious way of cutting the string that we can't reach.
Well, I actually think getting rid of the grease is because it's giving so many hints that we can climb the drain pipe.
Well, it's giving that, but I mean, getting rid of grease is notoriously hard.
Yeah.
You need like solvents to get rid of grease.
And we've definitely tried burn grease, haven't we?
Oops. Yeah. Oh,
Can we cut the pipe?
Burn, drain, cut, drain. No.
And when I say there's an issue with the parsing, it's not necessarily that we're very close. It's just that maybe there are certain verbs that we're just not even thinking of because they're just, like scrape. Did you say scrape?
Mm-mm.
Have you examined the hoops?
Yeah. Nothing in particular. What was the other thing? Bolts. Done that as well. Damn bolts.
Have we tried cleaning the ball?
Yeah. Can't get the sign. Clean ball. Maybe later, maybe not. Eat ball. As Balrog crunched into the eye, it split apart, sending a stream of yellow juice about 23 feet.
Grim.
Do we get a move? No. If you climb the wall, cocking his leg over the wall, Balrog was just about to climb up when a large troll appeared from the other side and yelled, "Oi, where do you think you're going? This is my garden over here and you ain't welcome." With that, he poked Balrog in the stomach and vanished from sight. And if you do it a second time... I told you about that before, screamed the troll, leaping over the wall and grabbing Balrog in a bear hug. And this is where the famous "nobody shits on a troll and lives to tell the tale." Yeah, can you collect the juice? I think, given how many points there still are to get, I think we're way too early to be climbing a drain. I think we need to catch the thing that keeps running out from under the hedge somehow. Maybe we do need to capture the yellow juice that squirts out of the eye.
Oi.
Maybe the thing will stop and examine the eye if it's on the floor or something.
Yeah, because we've tried throw ball, but what about roll ball?
Too late, we've just eaten it.
I know. Stuff.
Roll ball. No. Smell ball. No. So yeah, from this save we get one turn with the frog before it disappears.
Just drop it.
As the eye hits the ground, it made a slight squelching noise. Just then, a small ant, attracted by the noise, stuck its head out from under the door of the hut and ran towards the eye. Some moments later, all the other ants followed and began rolling the eye through a tiny gap at the bottom of the briar hedge. As the last ant vanished under the hedge, it looked back and yelled, "Up yours, fatso!" before scuttling to safety.
Brilliant.
Cool.
Exam hole. Oops. What a gap was it?
Briar?
Exam.
I don't know what the
Hedge.
briar means.
Briar. Briar is like a thorn bush, like a type of.
That's the name of the bush, is it?
Yeah. Something scuttled out from under the hedge, ran across the garden, and leapt over the wall. Notice now in particular. I'm just gonna check this dropping the eye business again. As the eye hit the ground, it made a slight squelching noise. Ant, attracted by the noise, stuck its head out from under the door of the hut and ran towards the eye. Some moments later, all the other ants followed and began rolling the eye towards a tiny gap at the bottom of the briar hedge.
I mean,
It is just called gap. Too dark to see under there.
Can we stick the broom handle in it?
Cut rhubarb.
Oak gap.
Get broom. Poke.
Suggestion on the chat is enter gap.
Oh yeah. Enter gap. Balrog thought about that, but didn't quite understand it all. I don't think we can even look at the gap, can we? Something scuttled out again. Put broom in gap. Oh. Broom in gap. I want to be able to see through the eye now. I want to magically see what the eye's seeing, but maybe we need to clean it first.
Oh, I see. So you think maybe if somehow we'd attached ourselves to it magically and then given it to the ants?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even that will, again, this is a very Hitchhiker's callback. Do we need to be do we need to block the gap, then drop the eye?
Yeah,
So
exactly.
When they try to escape through the gap, they can't, and we can then get an ant-covered eye.
Or stick the eye to the ground somehow. It might be worth dropping everything else that we start with as well, just to see.
I mean, we still haven't done anything with a screwdriver. There doesn't seem to be.
Or the pencil.
No. Exam Sky. No.
I wonder, can we put the paper under the door again?
Yeah. Insert Gazette under door. No. Tempted to look up what the next thing is that we need to do.
Yeah. So
we're not getting very far, are we?
Do you want us to try that?
Yeah.
But one of the things about blocking the gap is that we don't learn about the gap until we put the ball down.
Well,
So
yes.
So it's hard to know to block it in
Yes.
advance.
Yes. But then this is obviously intended to be replayed many times. It's on a time limit. It maybe roll Gazette or put Gazette in gap. Oops. No. Block gap. No. Yeah, we've tried crawl. Crawl gap. Don't quite understand it. Get this. Yeah, if we say drop ball at this point, and then that tells us about the gap, and then we say crawl gap. No, still doesn't understand it. I mean, the fact that we can't even look at it, just now in particular. Block gap now. No. Put Gazette in gap. Reach through gap. Yeah. Is anyone reading a walkthrough line by line?
Just trying to find one.
I don't like looking things up, obviously, but this is supposed to be a fun summer thing, not a serious. What if we say burn the rhubarb instead? Oh. Huh. We'd say burn rhubarb. As soon as Balrog approached it, the plant frantically waved its leaves and blew out the match. And if we say burn... Yeah, we've done that, haven't we? We've tried burning the hedge a couple of times. I wonder if you're supposed to do it once.
Okay, so I'm not looking at a walkthrough just yet, but there's a note on the game in a review, and it says it will become apparent that the command type look direction, for example, look south, look down, is often required. So we did look up, didn't we? But we haven't looked in other directions, have we?
Okay, I've just come across something which I don't think we would ever have thought about doing, and we might well be very close. We're wearing boots.
Are we?
Yep.
Does it mention our
Have we got-
boots?
Have we got laces that we could use?
Yep.
Brightly polished, their dark leather contrasted nicely with the crimson red laces. So at what point does it mention our boots?
It didn't at the beginning.
I don't remember it mentioning that.
Does the image don't really look like we're wearing boots, but
Bending down, Balrog removed one of the laces from his boots.
Oh well, crack on then.
I might just skip back here just to give us more time. Let's do cut rube and then get laces. Yeah. And then get broom. And then tie dagger to broom. Using the lace, Balrog soon had the dagger attached to one end of the broom handle.
Brilliant.
Cut string.
Yay.
Let's just
Good
score
score.
it here. Let's just score. 22. Cut string. Now with the dagger tied to the end of the broom handle, Balrog was soon able to cut through the string and the key fell to the ground.
Yay.
Get key. Score now. 37. Unlock door. He slid the key into the keyhole and went to open the door. To his amazement, the key was pushed back out and a small voice cried, "We remember what you did to us last time, and us ants ain't letting you in."
Oh my god.
Well, we know how to get rid of the ants.
We do.
Drop ball. As the eye hits the ground, it makes a squishing sound. Up yours, fatso. Score now. Oh, still 37. Okay. Unlock door. Turning the key, Balrog soon unlocked the door and ran inside the small wooden hut. Some moments later, there was a loud trumpeting noise, which was accompanied by an earth tremor that measured 8.7 on the Richter scale, and then a cloud of green gas crept from under the bottom of the door. A passing beetle looked up and said, "That'll teach the old coot to eat so many of them devilled orc's eyes." Then noticing that the cloud of green gas was creeping towards him, he quickly scuttled off to leave the Balrog contemplating his future in peace and quiet. Congratulations.
Wow.
yeah.
Score 104 of 104. Okay.
Right then.
Yeah, well done. Well done, Mike.
That's a go. That's
Boots. And you were
Boots.
right, Rosie. Like, can we look at ourselves? What are we
Yeah.
wearing apart from pants? I don't know at what point we missed. There must have been there must have been a message somewhere that mentioned we're wearing boots, but I never saw it. I'll have to go back and check the feed.
Is it something weird like that's mentioned in the previous game?
Oh, maybe.
Well, that's not very nice, is it?
I'm sure. I mean, this game hasn't seemed that mean so far. I'm sure our boots are mentioned somewhere. Maybe as we're dangling, or when we get caught by the troll or something, it mentions our boots, or just somewhere in an incidental piece of text, maybe. Right. I mean, it's 10-8. It doesn't seem sensible to start part 3 of this, does it, really? So
no, not in 10 minutes.
No. And we're all going off on holiday and chilling out. So
Have a lovely holiday.
yeah. So yeah, we could finish it early, or maybe we could spend the last few minutes just talking about like what it's been like to play these games for the last 2.25 years. Yeah.
God, have we been doing it that long?
Yeah.
Sorry, it's Vandis.
Oh, I quite enjoy.
You can't quit now.
No, I'm stuck.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, and maybe talk about what we might play when we come back.
Hmm.
I mean, whether we want to carry on playing Behind Closed Doors 3 or whether we want to play something different. You know, another classic. As I've said previously, I still think at some point we should play Colossal Cave because it's the OG, and I think it would be nice to revisit it. I also think we haven't played a game by Level 9 yet, and Level 9 were kind of the other big British text adventure studio, along with Magnetic Scrolls. Although I think most of their games were really written for 8-bit rather than 16-bit. They were a bit earlier. But I think Red Moon would be a good game to play. I'm also conscious that we've played several British games in a row.
Oh, do we need to get a bit international?
Yeah, maybe we should play another American game or find a European game, possibly.
So I was waiting for Chris to say, let's play this German one.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
There's some fantastic German games. There's actually there are a lot of Spanish games for 8-bit. There's you know, they were really into their text adventures, and some of those have been translated.
For some reason, my mind went to French games, and I think the French mind, whilst coupled with this sort of like media format, would be just mind blowing. I think we'd have to resort to a walkthrough really quickly because I have no idea what you're talking about. But that might be interesting.
Yeah, I don't know of any French text adventure games. I don't think there were a bunch of kind of point and clicks, and obviously there's like a big French sort of sci-fi comic tradition as well.
Obviously.
Yeah, well, yeah, obviously. But yeah, I mean, I don't know if anyone's got any other suggestions or has done any kind of research or has things.
Peps has got one for us.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of the Curse of Rabenstein, that's a modern game, right? That's a game that was released just a few years ago, I think, by an independent text adventure writer, German text adventure writer. I think that's one of Stefan Vogt's games, isn't it? The Curse of Rabenstein.
Well, as long as it's not actually in German. I mean,
no, he's been making been making like traditional style modern text adventure games using, I think he uses DAD, DAAD, DAD, to make his games. So they're like multi-platform, but multi 8 and 16-bit games.
And probably with a very, very good parser.
Yeah, well, that's kind of one of the pros, I guess, of doing a more modern one.
Yeah.
Actually work properly.
Well, again, it's basically it's limited by how much you can fit into the amount of RAM that you've got.
Yeah.
Or if you've got multi-load games, you can maybe do a bit more. But the parser, even the old parser. I mean, this one was written in Quill, which is a simple 2-word, pretty much parser. But yeah, the parsers can do a lot, but there's a trade-off. So you can have more content in a simpler parser, or you can have a more complex parser, or more responses, if you like a bigger vocabulary, more responses can be programmed with the engine, but then you have less space for text and images. But yeah, I think things like Rabenstein are a decent balance. And I think some of the more modern development environments allow you to do kind of multi-loading a bit easier as well. So yeah, you can load in chunks of the game as you go. I mean, you know, that we played the big Sleaze, and that was a multi-loader using the quill, you know, incredibly simple, but still allowed multi-load, and like had a lot of locations for a game of that era on that machine.
I mean, just very quickly reading up on it, it says that it's all very heavily inspired by the level 9 stuff. So maybe we should get level 9 first.
Curse of Rabenstein was inspired by level 9.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Yeah, Jack the Ripper. That's another one.
We haven't played that one.
There were a few games. I think is Jack the Ripper one of the ones that Zenobi did? I know they did Jekyll and Hyde as well. They did a whole series of these kind of like gothic text adventure games, again, that were multi-load. So they, you know, play quite often. You'd play the first part of it, and then it would give you a code, and you'd load the second part and enter the code to continue. That was a common kind of mechanic, but they're meant to be really good. I did play. There's also some like Sherlock Holmes games that are always kind of intriguing, like mysteries. That might be worth looking at. So,
as long as we don't need Sherlock Holmes levels of puzzle solving, I mean, couldn't even find our own shoelaces. So
yeah, that's right. I'm glad that the solution was something that we'd already thought of, at least.
Yeah.
Yeah, and yes, that was, of all the reasons for doing looking up a walkthrough, that's the one that I'm most comfortable with. It was like oh yes, there was a thing we'd never have considered to do exactly the thing that we were trying to do.
Right. Yes, we were on exactly the right lines. We just didn't realise we were wearing boots. We could, I suppose, we could have sat there and gone through, examine everything that we might be wearing to get some kind of response from it, but I didn't stoop that low. That was clearly our problem. Cool. All right. Well, yeah. Any more suggestions, and if anyone wants to drop us a comment and suggest some games to play, we'll be back in a couple of weeks time probably, and we'll have made a decision by then. And yeah, we'll have a chat about what we want to do next. So yeah, thanks for watching. Thanks for playing. Cheers. Thanks very much for joining and chatting and being part of us trying to get into a toilet so we could leave ourselves forcefully. Peps 1975. Great to see you on the stream. Cheers, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.